Hi, it's Robin at Toadstool Tarot. This is a bit of an experiment. I got a new iPhone for my birthday, and I'm doing a premiere of my new tarot, which arrived today. It's available at makeplayingcards.com. It's called the Eyes Wide Tarot. This is the tin box it comes in. Bear with me, I can't exactly see what I'm doing properly. I hope this comes out okay. The deck comes in a little vinyl band. I love that. Oh, actually, before I remove it, I wanted you to see the edge. It's not really edged, but you can see the different suits are in different colors, so that's kind of cool. It's got its own sort of almost built-in edging. So take the band off, and there's no title card, just the info on the box. And do a little walkthrough. This, let's see. This is actually sort of a second edition. I did it once, and I did a walkthrough, and I was thrilled with it. And then I discovered that my lighting was so poor in my apartment that I wasn't seeing the images properly, and they were utterly pixelated. When I saw them in better light and out in the light of day, I had to redo them. And thanks to Sarah at Untitled Tarot, she helped me figure out technically what I needed to do to modify the files so the resolution would be good. And now they seem to be okay. So here's the Fool. This is a pip deck, and the cards are bright pop colors, minimal design, digitally designed, using a very simple program, Pages. I use the preset shapes on there, stars, triangles, pentagons, circles or ovals, rectangles, triangles, I said that already, stars. There's a few things on there that you can use, and you just like stretch and shape them. So I'd encourage anybody who doesn't think they have artistic ability, all it takes is a little bit of organization, and you can do this too. Here's the High Priestess. Notice I have a veil in front of her, but I made it so her little eyes go through the veil, see through the veil. The Empress. This is a pip deck, if I didn't say that before. The Emperor. The Hierophant. The Lovers. The Chariot. Strength. The Hermit. Wheel of Fortune. Justice. The Hanged Man. Here's my death card. I didn't put any eyes on the skull or on the horse. You've got the two trodden figures. Again, it's a minimal deck, and again, we've got googly eyes. I don't know why I'm drawn to that. Faces without features, just wide open eyes. And many of you may be familiar with my earlier deck, the Majors Only Open Face Tarot. That was similar in they did have noses and mouths. The mouths were open. This one just has the eyes wide open. And yeah, it's a minimal deck. I think it has, all the essential elements. This one's more expensive than the other deck. I actually have not done very well sales-wise. I don't know if it's because it's the style of my art, or if it's that it's monochrome, or that it's majors only. But I've only sold a couple of copies since the deck's been there in May, and we're now into September. This one is a full 78 card deck, full color. The other deck, my favorite, I have several versions on them. My favorite one is this little sort of pocket size one. And this one is without titles and it's cheap. This one goes for like between $7 and $8. So if you want an economical deck and you don't mind this monochrome minimal imagery, you can get this on there for cheap. But I have walkthroughs of this, so anyway. But this new one, it's a full 78 card deck, and it comes in a tin instead of just shrink wrap, so that adds to the fee. I think it might be around 30 something. Just to give you a little heads up there. The moon, got my crustacean in there this time. Got my wild dog and my domestic dog. Here's the sun. Judgment. The world. Now we're on to the pips. So we've got Ace of Cups, 2, and in most cases, what I try to do with my pips is follow the Rider-Waite placement without the characters. It's not entirely true, but here you have a pair of people, having drinks together. We got a group of 3 celebrating. 4, you've got 1 cup removed from the other 3 and not being noticed. 5, you've got 2 cups up, 3 turned over. 6 of Cups. I'm trying to... Oh, the 6 of Cups is where the children's card, where 1 cup is being handed to a child when the others are sort of stacked to one side. Don't know. This is not really the way to learn pips, but it's the way I kind of remember them. I remember the visuals from the RWS deck. 7 cups to choose from there. 8 cups. 9. And then this one, this is more traditional Marseille setup of the cups. We've got the Page, the Knight, the Queen, and the King. Then we've got Pentacles, the Ace, the 2, I probably didn't need to label these, but, you know, save you from counting, especially when you get into the higher numbers. My first deck I did in about 4 hours, completed the thing in a day. The second one took me the better part of a week. This one took me a better part of a week. And then it's been about a month because when I got the first proof copy, I discovered that they were pixelated. I had to redo them, and also I tweaked a few things. I resized some things, as well as fixing the resolution issues. That's odd. Looks like a little smudge or discoloration there. These are on the S30 make playing card stock, which I really love. I mostly work with this company because I really love this stock. It's very silky slick. It's not overly glossy. There's a bit of a sheen to it. The cards shuffle nice. They handle really well. They really feel good in your hands. The colors on this, I think, are stunning. And the resolution looks good. I mean, for what it is, I'm very pleased with the results. And they charge a little more at Make Playing Cards, but you don't have to do Kickstarters. You don't have to do minimal runs. You don't have to, you know, keep a lot of inventory, and they handle all the billing and shipping. That's a big relief to somebody like me. Of course, I can't personalize anything, and I can't really afford to give away copies for review because, you know, I have to pay $35 plus, you know, for each copy. But, you know, that's the trade-off for this. But you didn't have to wait too long. I've done 2 decks now in less than 4 months. So, Kickstarter, I call this Quick Starter. Oops. And we have the wands. This is the last suit. The wands I had to change. In the original version, I can show you. In the original version, I used speech balloons for the leaves, which I kind of like better. And I used them because they've got these little, you know, points on them, like stems on leaves. But for some reason, when I changed the resolution and resized them, they didn't resize proportionally. So I had to make a change, and on impulse, I ended up with triangles. I don't know why I didn't choose ovals. But, you know, well, it is what it is. this is what they are now. They're a little more angular, these wands. I think they still work, but I did have to change some of the alignments and arrangements. So I want to encourage, the main reason I did this, well, it was fun. I really love sort of art projects on a shoestring budget, and I really didn't have to invest in anything to do this. I already had this software, and all it took was my time and effort. It takes a little more organization than one might think, but the process isn't that difficult. And you'll have to let me know what you think of the results. But I'm pretty pleased with it. I still prefer my earlier hand-drawn one. It's more personal to me. But now I can move on to the next project, whatever that is. I'm not sure if I'm going to do... I probably am going to do a hand-painted one with watercolors, and I don't know if I'm going to do a full RWS, fully pictorial, which would take a long time, or I might do a Lenormand or an Oracle, which will be much quicker. I hadn't made up my mind. I think the best thing is to just sort of sit down with a brush and some watercolors and see what happens. But this is a project of self-exploration and also discovering things about the tarot. And I encourage everyone, sort of in the tradition of the Order of the Golden Dawn, to attempt to create their own deck. And there are also a lot of videos on YouTube that show you how you can make your own deck using copyright-free images online. You can collage them, you can physically make them. If you have a scanner, that's really helpful, because if you want to mass produce them, you can scan your final product and have somebody like make playing cards print them up for you. You can also make digital files and print your own on cards and laminate and cut them out. It's a lot of labor, but I've seen a YouTube video of somebody doing that. So, yeah. The Emperor, First card, first draw in this deck. Take charge. Create your own deck. I encourage you to do it. Thanks, everybody.